Hi, thank you for still tuning in with us, and welcome back to See the Stories. So we are still discussing the role of the youth in combating climate change as we commemorate World Ozone Day. So how can educational systems, we're talking about schools, right, takes a long years in the school to try to educate kids. So do you think, what is the effective way in trying to penetrate the idea of trying to save the environment, especially reducing the greenhouse gas and all that, through schools and education systems?
Okay, so basically the UNFCCC or United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change fully aware that it is important for us to mainstream the issue of climate change educations toward our educational system. Therefore, they come up with the ACE, or the Action for the Climate Empowerment. It basically comprises of several different areas, from building public awareness, education and engagement, training, public participation, public access to information, and also international cooperations. And it is very important for us not just to mainstream the issue of climate change on the subject that is related to science, because climate change is interdimensional issues. So you have to also connect it with the probably social science subject, or probably math subject, because who knows that probably we'll have the future scientists of the climate. Probably they're gonna have some invention from the chemistry, invention from other areas, because climate change requires everyone to participate into finding solutions.
But what I'm happy about,
it takes the whole globe.
Yeah, exactly. What I'm happy about is, I think you know Afu, right?
Yes,
Think
Afu,
Policy,
yes.
the founder of Think Policy, and she is actually in collaboration with the Ministry of Education to put climate change and all these sustainability efforts into the curriculum Merdeka.
Yeah.
Right. So now children in SD or SMP level, they can learn about sustainability and about environment in their curriculum.
Okay.
Which is really good, right?
Yeah, they have also a major of sustainability as well.
Yeah, at the university level. But again, aside from that, we have to also not only mainstream it into formal educations, but also to provide non-formal educations towards students. Like, for instance, what have been doing by the Climate Reality Indonesia is to provide mentorship program that basically create curiosity towards youths, like what we have with the Model UN activities. We call it MOCOP, or Youth Leadership Camp for Climate Crisis, or probably Green Footprints. Many other activities that were conducted by these youths. And also to provide sustained mentorship, because they will be the one that will become policymaker in the future.
Right.
They'll be the one that will become president, prime minister. So they have to be equipped really well on these issues.
Yeah, I think, sorry to cut
It's
you
all right.
there. I mean, I have a child, and she did this project on deforestation.
Yeah.
And she said to me, let's try to eat less meat, like cow's meat and sheep meat, because then it can lead us to more deforestation. That's what she said. But I mean, if the family is doing the opposite way of what the children tries to understand at school, that cannot be then sustainable in a way that she learns how to basically understand the environment better. So I think what you said about mentoring and making sure that this is applicable to the daily life is also very important, don't you think so?
Yes, I do agree. But I probably beg to differ a bit on that. So we have seen that so many of our youths, probably they may not have full support from their family of doing such and such activities. But at least they are able to influence their peers. They're able to influence their friends. I always say to my mentees that you don't have to be desperate. Whenever you are facing a wall, oh, such and such person doesn't want to follow you. It's very okay. It's fine.
Wow.
There might be another person that will be influenced by you. So instead of cursing the darkness, we have to lit the candles to create our own lights.
That's a nice approach.
Yes.
Before we move on with something that is never missing in our See the Stories talk show, which is quiz. This is my last question. So we've been talking about the youth contribution, right? But what is the government contribution to accelerate, the betterment of our ozone and the betterment of our planet?
Okay. So first of all, the government should open the opportunities. Well, it's already open, but enhance further about the process of the planning. So open it towards the public even more.
Okay.
Create an inclusive process of policy development.
Okay.
Involving youth, involving women, involving the elder generations, and those who are affected the most by the climate change and also environmental degradations. For instance, those who are indigenous people.
Right, right.
So by involving this and strengthening the capacity of youth, not only as observer, for instance, probably I have seen so many youths come up to the UNFCCC COP, Conference of Parties, but just as observer.
Yeah.
Right, right, right.
There has to be a platform where the voice of the youths and also the indigenous people and the most vulnerable societies being heard.
Right. So inclusivity and empowerment.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Thank you
Put
so much.
into policy.
Sure.
Yes. Thank you so much, Ari, for your time. And of course, it is
Still
not
staying here.
Yeah, you're staying here
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it is not see the stories without see the game. So our colleague Kai will lead our game today. Kai, please join us.
Hello. So I met Ari briefly before he went on camera.
All right.
And it was a really interesting discussion. I listened back from backstage and I was like, And then you have the daughter. You told us about your daughter. I was like, let's eat more meat. Less meat. Sorry, I'm a meat person, so it's very difficult. So yeah, but I do believe what you said was really true. The carbon emission and the carbon footprint counting is so important. So if I want to eat more meat, I would have to decrease my carbon footprint by something.
That's probably a good
Right?
thing. Yeah.
Offsetting,
Trying to
Yeah,
balance,
offsetting.
balance out.
Because then you just want to make sure that you are able and you are understanding, right? So
Bring your calculator every day to
Yes.
calculate how much
It's on
emission
apps already.
It's on apps, yeah.
But you know what? I'm going to challenge Rory, Mas Ari, and of course, Mbak Alia here
Alia.
to answer some questions for us related to our planet Earth and climate change. So if you know the answer, you can ring the bells. Have you chosen your bells?
Anyone?
All right, the closest one.
Yeah. You can also take it with you and, whichever is easier because
Okay.
you're the only
Because
one
we're
using that
fast.
one.
All right.
Very fast.
Okay.
Very fast.
Very competitive, right?
We're very
And very
competitive.
competitive. Don't mess with Rory. But is everyone ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the big plasma will show the questions, and let's take a look at question number 1. What percentage of the global greenhouse gas emissions does the transportation sector emit? Well, this is really interesting. Rory,
20%.
is it 20%?
50%.
Can we see the answer? Yes!
Wow.
Wow.
I was lucky.
See, Rory is fast. So Ari is fast.
Okay.
One for Rory.
I'll tell you faster.
I'm afraid that I become expert than you, right?
yeah.
I don't want to be more expert
That's
than
good.
you.
That's good then. More experts.
Well, we want to see how much you both have learned, of course. And next question, number 2. How many million tons of plastic are dumped into our oceans every year?
I'm just making a guess. 20 million.
20 million tons.
Yeah.
Is it correct?
It's 11.
11 million tons.
Well, I mean, yeah,
guess
It's
In
close.
terms of millions, yes, it's so much.
so much. But I mean, maybe you can open opportunities for others to have their different answers if they have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we can guess which one is the right one. Okay. All right. Next one. All right. What percentage of total global greenhouse gas emissions are produced by the
this is
fashion
This stuff.
industry?
It's one of the highest actually. 15%.
15% Rory. Okay, let's give a chance for all of you other ones.
I'll go with 15 as well.
Yeah.
See, that's the reason why we don't do it, because some people will have the same answer.
He did it first. He did it.
Well, okay.
first. Yeah.
It's the honor.
Fashion is one of the
alright.
biggest emitters.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's see the answer.
Second biggest.
It's 4%.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh god!
But 4% is quite a big, if you count
If
in terms
you
of
count.
how much CO2,
Yeah.
that's a lot.
yeah,
2%
yeah.
a lot.
Plus other resources
4%.
used like waters and also the
The
you know,
contamination.
Chemicals.
contamination,
Yeah.
contamination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the environment, right?
Well, there you go.
4%, that is.
Well, 4%, so we still have our game open. Next, one more. Which of the following fabrics releases microplastic?
I know this. Polyester.
Yep.
So is it A, polyester?
Yeah.
All right.
Almost.
Mas Ari, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Sorry.
I'm glad we're experts here.
Yeah, more experts.
But you know what, Masari, I think it's whenever you return to the studio, you'll be smarter than kind of react as fast as possible, right?
We do the game.
You can
like
be
every
smarter, but you
week,
have to
so-
act faster.
Yeah, because this is all about reaction time.
Yeah.
So, Rory,
Congratulations.
you've become quite the expert, and thank you so much.
Future agent.
Yeah,
Future agent, that's
change.
right.
For that.
Well, yeah. So, Masari, thank you so much for coming
you so
back to
much,
the
Ka.
studio.
Thank you for
and
coming.
thank you for giving us the, informations and.
Thank you for
I think we
having
should
me.
Join
support.
learning as
We
well.
should support the movement, and
Yeah, please do.
everyone needs to be in it.
Yeah, visit the Instagram of Climate Reality Indonesia at Climate Reality INA. We always upload our activities there, and the closest one will be in Prambanan. So green footprint in Prambanan,
Yep.
and we'll be also having what we call the Climate Hero.
Okay.
It will be done in Malang.
Well, if you're taking the flights, if it's like too much of a mission, then take other
I'm taking train.
train.
I'm taking train.
Well, I can bear with that. We can bear with that.
Yeah, if you sleep overnight, that's great, right?
That's great, yeah.
So many comfortable compartments and luxury compartments now, Rory. No excuse not to take the train. Let's see the stories. Will continue after the break, so make sure you stay tuned with us for more stories right here on the Fair News. See you today.